Imagine for a moment a goddess whose beauty could make the stars themselves feel dim, yet whose heart bore a sorrow so profound that even the bravest gods trembled before it. Freya, the radiant goddess of love, desire, and beauty, was adored across the 9 worlds, yet her life was never without pain. There came a time when her grief was so immense, so unrelenting, that her tears fell in torrents, each one holding the very essence of her soul. But the 9 worlds are governed by rules beyond mortal understanding, and in the realm of magic, even a goddess's sorrow can transform reality. Each tear that fell from Freya's eyes became more than a symbol of mourning. It turned to gold, shimmering and radiant, yet heavy with the weight of tragedy. What could drive a goddess to such despair? And why would her most personal expression of pain be twisted into wealth and consequence for all who gazed upon it? This is not merely a story of sorrow. It is a tale of desire, betrayal, and the unyielding consequences that ripple through both gods and mortals alike.
Unveil the legends.
To understand the tragedy that followed, one must first journey to the glittering halls of Asgard and behold Freya's most treasured possession, the Brisingamen necklace. Forged by 4 masterful dwarven brothers, each gem on the necklace captured light as though it contained the first rays of dawn, radiating a brilliance unmatched in any realm. But the necklace was not only a testament to artistry, it embodied the very essence of Freya's power, her influence over desire and love, which extended across gods and mortals alike. She cherished it above all else, yet in the world of gods, no possession goes unnoticed, and no beauty escapes the eyes of envy. Loki, the ever-twisting trickster whose cunning knew no bounds, cast his gaze upon the necklace. He plotted, weaving deception as delicately as the roots of Yggdrasil itself, knowing that even the slightest error could unravel the balance of Asgard. When Loki finally succeeded in stealing Brisingamen, he did not simply take a piece of jewelry, he stole a part of Freya's very essence. The loss wounded her deeply, leaving her heart exposed to grief, fury, and despair, while Loki's laughter echoed unseen, a cruel reminder of her vulnerability. Freya's pursuit of Loki became a relentless journey across lands both mortal and divine, a chase marked by desperation and mounting despair. She moved like a tempest through the forests of Midgard, where shadows twisted in unnatural shapes, whispering secrets only the winds dared repeat, over jagged mountains where ice clung stubbornly to stone, and the sky above seemed to reflect her own sorrow. She searched tirelessly for the trickster who had dared steal the Brisingamen, the necklace that held not just beauty, but the very essence of her influence over desire. Loki, as cunning as ever, left traces meant to mislead, illusions of tunnels and mirrors, sounds of laughter that seemed to echo from nowhere, all designed to prolong her suffering. And yet, each step Freya took brought her sorrow closer to the mortal realms, for her grief was no longer contained within Asgard. It spilled across the lands, and with each tear the air itself seemed to grow heavier, tinged with a golden shimmer that marked the path of her mourning. The laws of the 9 worlds are merciless, and her sorrow, mingled with divine power, could not fall harmlessly to the ground. Each tear crystallized into molten gold, a visible manifestation of her pain, both beautiful and cursed, a radiant but heavy reminder of the cost of betrayal. As she pressed forward, the goddess encountered mortals drawn unwittingly into her anguish, travelers and hunters who marveled at the gleaming droplets that fell like raindrops from a stormy sky. Unaware of the consequences, some dared to touch. Then, and in doing so, they felt an unease, a subtle but undeniable weight pressing upon their hearts. This was the first indication that the tears were more than mere gold. They carried with them a power to affect fate itself, to twist the paths of those who coveted them, and to remind the world that even divine sorrow has repercussions beyond comprehension. The golden tears, soon scattered across forests, valleys, and riverbeds, became objects of both fascination and doom. Mortals, their eyes glinting with avarice, ventured boldly into lands where shadows shifted unnaturally, and rivers murmured warnings too subtle to heed. Kings, warriors, and merchants alike sought the treasure, believing it would bring them fortune beyond imagining. Yet each attempt to claim the gold brought misfortune. Empires founded on greed faltered overnight, alliances crumbled, and war erupted among those who once were bound by loyalty. Even minor acts of theft or deception over the gold snowballed into disasters, leaving entire communities in ruin. The golden tears became more than objects. They became instruments of fate, each one carrying the grief and anger of a goddess, a silent force that judged the intentions of those who sought to possess it. The gods themselves watched with a mixture of awe and caution. Even immortals, accustomed to marvels beyond human comprehension, were drawn to the shimmering trails, their envy and curiosity awakened by the radiant beauty that was born of sorrow. The golden tears reminded them that no power, no matter how great, is free from consequence, and that the desires of even gods can be manipulated and misdirected with the right touch. Freya, observing all of this from her place in Asgard, realized the unintended ripple of her grief. What began as sorrow had become a force shaping destinies, a cautionary emblem for both mortals and immortals alike. Yet her heart remained heavy, for the golden tears were only a reflection of her pain, not a remedy, and the world would continue to feel the consequences of her anguish long after the last droplet fell. Despite the chaos that followed, Freya's grief never ceased. Each tear that fell was not merely sorrow. It was a testament to the depth of love, passion, and vulnerability that accompanies even divine power. Every golden droplet reflected both beauty and suffering, a paradox that mirrored the goddess herself. The 9 worlds soon learned a profound truth. Even the most enchanting treasures can be born of despair, and even gods are not immune to the consequences of envy, desire, and loss. Freya's golden tears were more than a cautionary tale. They were a mirror held to all who dared to covet, showing the fragile line between passion and ruin, between love and devastation. Her story endures, whispered in the winds of Midgard and Asgard alike, reminding mortals and immortals that beauty and sorrow are intertwined, that desire can create or destroy, and that even those blessed with immortality cannot escape the weight of a grieving heart. In the quiet shimmer of gold that still marks the places where her tears fell, one can glimpse the reflection of their own desires, mistakes, and the lessons that must be carried through life, whether mortal or divine. And yet, Freya's story is far from over. Even as her tears turned to gold, the 9 worlds waited in suspense for the next act of fate. What other tragedies and secrets might lie hidden behind the glimmer of her sorrow, and how might they affect the gods who dared to covet or oppose her? Perhaps in the next tale we will uncover the mysteries of her love, the debts of betrayal, and the shadows that linger even in the hearts of immortals.